Alrighty, drone video, tract H at Cave Hollow, super private tract. Let's see where we are. We're over the east side and we're looking westerly right now, directly over the property. Gorgeous area. It's going to be a mixture of hardwood and cedar trees. There's the truck, which is parked on the easement road at the east side of the property. And we are facing west, so the property starts just on the other side of that easement road. I believe this is going to be a mixture of wooded areas and open areas with at least one big natural glade toward the middle and several other smaller natural glades scattered throughout the property. Also, the entire west side borders a little gravel creek bed, which we're sure is a seasonal creek. We haven't hiked down to check it out, but we're pretty sure that's a seasonal creek, but maybe we'll be able to see it in the drone video here. Okay, so looking westerly, we're basically going to fly westerly over the kind of the center of the property, I guess you'd say. So there's a little glade tucked back in a couple hundred feet right there. See, the glade areas are really cool for campsites because the native grass only grows up about a foot or a foot and a half maybe, and then it stops. There's another one. I mean, it looks like someone has mowed these areas. They haven't been mowed in probably ever, but certainly not for years and years. That's just as high as the native grasses grow in those glade areas. So if you have your campsite there, it's basically no maintenance. If you come out even once or twice a year, I mean, you don't have to do anything. It's good to go. You're going to have deer trails all over the place out here. The deer and turkey population is awesome. Property is the highest on the east side where we started, and it's going to be the lowest on the west side, of course, where the gravel creek bed is. And there's the gravel creek bed right there. So that's actually more apparent than we thought it would be. That's a nice wide gravel creek bed. So it's clearly dry. It might have pockets of water in it. Like we said, we haven't checked, but it's going to be a wet weather creek bed. It does not have water in it all the time. On the plus side, you've got probably a lifetime supply of landscape rock and really cool natural Ozark gravel for building projects and landscaping projects on your property with that creek bed right there. Okay, so now we're looking easterly over the property, and I'm sure we're going to do a flyback here to the east side. Very private out here. This property has frontage on the private easement road along its entire east side, and I believe it's maybe a little more than a quarter mile off the county road. So, I mean, you can actually get to it. You do want a truck or an SUV, of course, on any easement road. Okay, and you can see a few old trails. Those are not any types of easements or whatnot. They're just maybe old, I don't know, deer trails or four-wheeler trails. Big open glade area. That's probably the one we saw toward the center of the property. And that could be an awesome site for camping or potentially building. If you're going to do a garden, you wouldn't be able to do it in a glade area because it's characterized by a very thin layer of topsoil, which is why you have cedar trees and not hardwood trees in the glade areas. But it's also why the grasses only grow up a foot or a foot and a half, so you never have to maintain a glade, which is pretty cool. If you don't like to spend your vacation mowing and weed whacking. There we go. So we're looking southerly, land on the right side of the road. We're looking right into the sun, so it is dark, but gorgeous property. We didn't even talk about the location, and we're out of video here. So yeah, check out the listing page. Location's phenomenal. We'll just say that. And if you have any questions, just let us know.